Hey everyone, it's Jessica. I'm back with another video for the 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, and today is day 20 with this lovely circly kind of sketch created by Jennifer Kane. And I am going off on a tangent as usual. So I'm not following the sketch to a T here. I decided I really wanted to use another one of these 49 and Market circly background papers. So I've pulled that out, and that's going to be my circles like in her circle sketch. So I'm not going to do multiple circles. I'm just going to stick with that one, and it's kind of already some mixed media to it. So I'm crazy, I know, not adding any mixed media to this. I am matting my photos here with some papers from the Simple Stories Safe Travels collection, which I've been favoring again lately. It's one of my all-time favorite collections, but I'm trying to use up a lot of the bits that I have left from it. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just matting my photos with some of the pattern papers from the small paper pad that I have left, and then I'm using some of those remaining pieces to do some die cutting here on my big shot. I'm just using my nested triangle dies by Paper Rose Studio, and I'm using one of the smaller sized triangles to create some little triangles in this design. I thought, since I didn't do any mixed media on this, the design of the mixed media was kind of centered in the sketch. So I decided to kind of do a little something here. I thought about doing my triangles, going around my circle and doing some machine stitching on them, but then I decided not to do that, and I just want to focalize my pictures. Focalize, is that a word? I don't even know. It is today. And I decided to make my triangles kind of make my photos pop, so I'm going to point them in the direction of my photos. So I'm just layering all of these little triangles that I've cut out, and I'm gluing them down with my ATG tape runner. So my baby girl is here beside me. She is playing and having a blast and hanging out with me in my scrap room today. So I'm just going to continue putting down all these triangles, and once that's done, I'm going to start embellishing this layout. So I've pulled out some of the puffy stickers for this layout. I've pulled out let's see, what do I have sitting here beside me? I have the die cut ephemera pack. I have some of the adhesive enamel dots, and I've got all the things from this collection. So I'm going to try to pull in a lot of it and see what all I can use. I might even pop some tags on here. I have a lot of the tags left, actually. So I think in the future I'm going to do just like an all tags layout to see how many tags that I can actually use up on one layout and see what I can do with them. I have an idea floating around in my head, so I want to try to get that on paper soon. So I've pulled out all the things here. I'm working on my title piece now, and I've pulled off this puffy Wander sticker. So that's going to be my main title, and then Jennifer Sketch had a little title as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pop my date stamp down here with my Paige Evans roller date stamp, and then I'm going to put a secondary little title here with some letters by Pink Fresh Studio. This is the Sunshine on My Mind collection, and I am just going to go ahead and drop those down here. This is one of the tractor shows that we go to twice a year, so I just put tractor show on there so that we remember that memory. And I pulled out my sticker book and seeing what I can use from it here. I'm going to use some of these little labels, these little tab things, and then I'm going to use some of the word phrases from this sticker book. And I've pulled out one of these little labels or tags or tabs, whatever you want to call those, from Ellie's Studio. And I'm just sorting through which ones I want to use, but I really liked this greenish colored one with the stars on it, so I'm just going to pop that behind my photo just to add some dimension there. And it's kind of hanging out there all by itself, so I'm going to put something on the left side of my photo, and I think I'm going to grab one of my border punches to actually cut a border strip to run alongside my photo, just to give my photo some extra layering. I like this little circle sticker there. It says our favorite place, which it totally is. It's one of our favorite places to visit. We look forward to going every year, twice a year. So sometimes we even camp there for the whole weekend during the whole show. So it's a lot of fun, and my boys just absolutely love it because, of course, there's tractors galore there. So they just have a blast and really, really enjoy themselves. And this year they were at a really good age at 3 and 4, soon to be 5, and they were just able to just run and just kind of have their freedom and not be strapped in a stroller or anything. So they really, really enjoyed it this year. There's my little border strip that I've used a border punch on just to cut a little piece out of one of those leftover pattern papers. And I was going to use that dark blue one too, but I felt like it just kind of blended in too much with the photo with what I've already got going on. So I decided to just keep it to the lighter blue one. And then I'm pulling out some of these little tags that I already have kind of cut off of the sheet. They come in a full sheet of tags, and then you can cut them all apart. I have several sheets of them, like I mentioned earlier, so I really want to try to use a lot of them on a layout soon and try to get that idea out of my head and onto paper. So I'm using just a few of them on this layout. I want to do 3. I thought that it looked a little bit naked to the top of that small photo. So I'm just going to add all 3 of these in behind that photo just so that they're kind of peeking out. So I'm just trimming them down here, just using my scissors. And then I'm just going to punch out the hole and run some thread through them, or I guess it's not thread, it's twine, not baker's twine, but actual like jute twine. It's a light colored one. I just love the color of it. I think I got this giant roll of it at Michael's for pretty cheap, so I just love it. But I'm just going to use some of that on all 3 of these tags. I'm actually going to stick them all together before I place them behind my photos. So usually what I like to do is I like to layer them one by one and kind of see what location I want them in, but I really like how they're laying just like that, and I want them to be exactly like that whenever I put them underneath there. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick them all together right now, flip them over, and then shove them down in behind my photos. I kind of had to peel up my photos because they were already stuck down in my paper, but it didn't rip the paper or anything, so we're all good. So I'm just going to pull off a couple stickers. I'm going to pull some of these little chipboards. I'm actually going to punch out the rest of these chipboards off of this sheet while I have it out here and just add that in with the rest of my ephemera, because I only have a few more chipboards left on the sheet. Kind of bothers me whenever I have a whole entire sheet of chipboard just in with my collection when there's only a few things left on it. So I'm just going to pull them off now while I'm thinking of it, and set them aside to put away with the rest of my ephemera and die cuts. Then I'm just having a look at the sticker sheet just to see what else I want to use. I really like this map, but it's a little big for where I want to put it. So I'm going to go ahead and just break that up and cut it in half and use it on both sides. I'm going to pop down these chipboards, but I'm actually going to reinforce them with some liquid Nuvo glue because sometimes they don't stick very well for me in my books over time. So I'm just going to do some reinforcing up front. That way they don't fall off over time, and I know they're going to stay put where I put them. So I'm just dropping those there. I'm going to use this cute little tab on that side. That way that right side of the photo isn't lacking anything, and it kind of fills in that white space. And then I'm just going to pull out these die cuts. I'm going to go through this and see what else I can use, and I'm going to add some of these little enamel dots. So here's the finished layout. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and thank you so much, Jennifer, for creating this beautiful sketch for us today. And you guys can play along with this sketch too in the Facebook group, which I'll link below for you. So thanks again so much for watching, and have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.